Hi, my name is Gila Bronner, and I'm a sex therapist, and I am the head of the sex therapy domain at the Tel Aviv Medical Center in Israel. And I work with many people who have sexual problems, but also I work a lot with people with Parkinson disease. And today we will talk about maintaining intimacy after Parkinson disease diagnosis. So if I'm talking about intimacy, I should talk about 4 types of intimacy. The first one is the emotional, like caring, liking, loving. We feel strong sense of closeness, respect and trust. We feel that something is really honest here. There is also the physical and the sensual intimacy. Like touching, hugging, embracing. And it is very special because it is in a relaxing way, in a comforting and loving way. Then we have the erotic intimacy, when we might be emotionally attracted, physically aroused, sexually stimulated, reaching orgasm or not. And there is another kind of intimacy, the mental and the spiritual, when we share our thoughts and feelings. We are doing empathic listening, and we feel the communication around us is supportive and secure. So intimacy has a lot of aspects. Now, what we find in many studies and also reports by people, it is that intimacy is very significant to our health, and it contributes us with health benefits. Why? Why is it like this? Because what happens is, when we have this intimacy, either it is the physical one, or the emotional one, or the spiritual one, the empathic one, or the erotic one, what we find is that there are two things happen. Happiness hormones in our brain increase, like the endorphin, which contributes to a feeling of euphoria, to happiness, and reduces pain. And the other one is the oxytocin, which increases empathy and generosity and also reduces pain. And at the same time, there is another phenomenon. Stress hormones are decreased. So, by this way, intimate activities on whatever level or aspect that we are involved in contributes to our happiness, to our health, and reduces pain and distress. But with whom can we be intimate? Actually, with everyone. We can be with our partners, with the caregiver, with family members, with healthcare professionals, also with our friends, neighbors. Maybe I have a pet, but also, interestingly, online friends can be also real friends that can share with us intimate moments. But for all these 4 types of intimacy, we need effective communication. And this is not easy. And after the diagnosis of Parkinson, when you have to cope with motor symptoms and non-motor symptoms, so many and significant and disturbing, then we have to deal, how do we maintain intimacy in this time? So we have to communicate it. But this has to do with sharing sensitive and personal issues. How can we do it? Remember, Parkinson's disease is not a reason to refrain from intimacy. But how do we do it? It's not easy. So I would like to offer you a few options. First, let's communicate with our partners and plan intimacy by using the Gila Bronner's model, which is a model which deals with couple intimacy And time allocation means that there are 4 areas of time. The first one is couple time. Couple time means that you meet, you talk, maybe you sit on a cup of coffee, maybe you watch some videos or some TV programs. Maybe you sit and browse your, pictures, good memory pictures from vacations in the past. Maybe you just take a walk outside, but it means that you as a couple are doing something together. The intimate time is more close. So you can be physically intimate, like hugging, like touching, cuddling, or emotionally sharing your fears, your happy moments, your feelings, your emotion. As I said before, listening in a way that gives us good feeling, security. And there is another time zone in this model, and this is the erotic time. When you want to increase your desire or to get aroused, or maybe even to get to reach orgasm. But there is another time zone in this model, and this is the personal time. And because of the Parkinson, sometimes you have too much togetherness. And it means that you have to plan during the week some time for each one of you in a separate way. Like meet friends separately, or listen to a lecture, or go and visit something, or even at your home in lockdown now with the corona virus all over the world, maybe just separate rooms, separate activities. So this is one way of taking care and maintaining your couple intimacy. I would like to suggest also some exercise. You can do a 1-minute hug a day. Look at this couple here. The 1-minute hug is just hugging, not moving. Leaning your head on the shoulders of your partner without moving your hands too much. And if it is difficult for you because of the Parkinson, it is difficult for you to stand up, you can do it lying down or sitting side by side. So this is the 1-minute hug a day, which I recommend. And due to the corona, we have to be creative and maybe find some hug tunnels or other ways to hug. And now, sometimes sharing your intimate needs or communicating about it is too challenging. So what can you do about it? You can do something very effective in 4 steps. 4 steps. Step 1 is find someone. Find the right person that will make you feel comfortable, empathic, confidential, and non-judgmental when you share your problems. Then prepare it. Formulate your question, your request, your problem. Be focused on it. What really do you want? What do you expect? Write it down. Then practice it out loud. Read loud. Sometimes talking about our intimate needs is very intimidating. We are not used to talk about it. And if we want to talk about our erotic activities, it is even worse. We are not used to talk about it at all. So practice loud. Stand in front of the mirror and say it. And then, if you need to talk to your doctor or to your health professional, inform them in advance that you need today some extra time to discuss something. And now I would like to give you a present. I would like to give you take-home tips. These are tips that I've collected from people with Parkinson and from their partners. And this is some of the tips that I received. Plan your intimate activities when your PD symptoms are minimal. If you sleep in separate rooms, plan a love date. For pleasant touch, apply oil or cream on your skin or on your intimate areas. Plan sex position in advance. It is not easy to move in the middle, because when you move in the middle of sexual activity, you lose your concentration. And don't forget your lubricants. Don't forget to thank your partner and express gratitude. Also, reduce your too much togetherness and plan activities separately. And especially, last but not least, is laugh together once a day. Choose to read jokes, watch comedies, stop watching too much dramas and too much TV news. And I would like to sum up with some pictures or views from Israel from our trips. And I would thank you very much for listening. Bye.